Welcome back, homies, and today looking at duplicate sandwich from Codewars. Once again, been a long Codewars grind, and this one is in Python. In this one, you're going to be given a list consisting of unique elements except for one that appears twice. Your task is going to be to output a list of everything in between both occurrences of that element in the list. Looking at examples, our first list, we have consecutive, well, not consecutive, but we have numbers, we got integers, and we see that we have a 1 and a 1. There is our duplicate, and the task is to return or to create a list of everything in between and return that. And if we look over at the solution, we see the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the return. Looking at the next one, notice we got different data types. Looking at these examples, so that's something that's got to be thought about as well. Different data types. Anyway, looking at the list, we have none, hello, example, hello, none, extra. So we have none twice. The string none. So then the idea is to get everything in between the string none, which is hello, blah, 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 to hello. And yeah, that's in between, and we see that. Looking at the range of items you return, notice the duplicates are not inclusive or not included. So looking at the first example again, the 1 and the 1 are not included in your output. Something to keep in mind. Exclusive, I guess you could say. All right, so let's do this. And getting into the training area, I need to first find an element or value that appears twice in the list. Couldn't really think of a clever way to do this right away, so I'm doing it manually. I'm going to loop through and get a count of every element, which is not the greatest, but you got to go with what comes in your brain at the time, right? And I am going to hold the index of that duplicated element in this variable called start, because we're going to be using it later on. So yes, start is going to hold the index, the first index of this duplicated item, because I'm going to use it as a starting point to find the next occurrence of this duplicated item. I'm also going to create a variable to hold the value of this item. And I'm going to initialize the variable to none because I don't know the data type of the item, so I'm not going to make it a string, even though I guess it really wouldn't matter, but I can make it a string, integer, whatever. And of course I could override it with the right data type, but I'm just going to make it none because I don't know what data type it is. It's going to be used to hold the duplicated value. I'm going to use this later also. So I'm going to start looping so I can find the duplicated item. And this is a pretty simple thing where I'm simply gonna whatever, yeah. Talking crazy this morning. Yeah, I'm gonna loop in a linear fashion until I find the element that is duplicated. Simple as that. And when I find that element, I'm going to make my start equal to it. And I'm going to make this variable equal to it, equal to the actual value, because I'm going to use both of these items later on. And then I'm going to break, because once I find my duplicated item, I don't need to loop anymore. I'm done, I'm out. Kind of like when I'm done with these videos, right? See y'all later, but I'm not seeing you later yet. I'm going to continue. All right, so once this loop is done, I have the index, the first index, and the first index of the duplicated item, and I have the value of the duplicated item. Both important things. I'm going to now create a slice of the original list where I'm going to start at an index 1 past where I found the duplicated item, because I'm going to find the next occurrence of it. I'll call this one new start and make it equal to a slice of the original, where I'm going to go like this. Start is the index where I found the duplicated item. I'm going to go +1 because I don't want the duplicated item included in this new slice. I want to go 1 past it because I'm going to find the next occurrence, and I don't want the last occurrence mucking it up. I kind of wanted to say another word, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. So now I got that slice. I don't have much more to do actually, because what I can do is I can just find the next occurrence and return a list from 1 past the first occurrence up to right before the next occurrence, and I'm good. So I can do this all in one line, where I can take my slice and create another slice of it, where I start where the slice on line 9, let's say, yeah, start where that begins, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna find the index of the next occurrence of my duplicated item by using the index function on the previous slice. So this new slice that I created on line 10, it's going to go from the original location of the slice that was created on line 9, starting there and going up to the next occurrence of that duplicated item, really one before it. So on line 10, I've essentially solved the problem of starting from just after the first occurrence to one before the next occurrence, and that is exactly what I'm supposed to return. Creative slicing, or necessary slicing. Let's check it out, see where we failed. We have failed nowhere. Attempt, all good, all good. As one of my former students said all the time, all good. And there it is, nice and tight. Using some longer than necessary looping and some slicing, we got this sucker done. And now I'm going to be out because we are done. So with that, got a solution, duplicate sandwich, Python, Codewars. Yes, y'all, I am out.